Greetings, one and all, to this week's episode of 10 o'clock. I was frantically looking around for the intro sequence, but I was getting so confused because of the interior of Loz's Lisette looks so similar.
Really?
I couldn't see it. Yeah, I was like, wait, am I looking at it? I don't know if I'm looking. Yeah, I am looking at it. So it's your color scheme.
I like red.
Anyway, yeah. So we're back. We're in the new year. We're a day later than normal, but you know, this was best convenient sort of thing, and you know, so yeah, we're 2022, and we're here to talk about Warframe with episode 422. Cool, yeah. But we start every episode with the same thing every single time, which is emblems. God, I hope this works. There we go. Right. I'm a little afraid because we've had a break for so long.
Are you sure you haven't seen mine before?
I'm very sure I have. I don't remember the whole taco thing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Why, are you sure you've seen it before?
I don't know, just the outer patterning seems familiar. But oh well, moving on.
Right. So I'm going to give it to Loz.
What are the little circles? Oh no, yours has got the focus calls on. I kind of like yours. I was like, oh, I thought it was a lotus actually, but it's a person sitting down.
Yeah.
Like a blue person. No, that's yours. Yours is cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But if you wish to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description.
No, sorry,
my nonchalant. Yeah, nah.
Oh, you can't see it. Hang on. Look at the options I've got.
I can't.
C to 1, calm. C to 69, calm. That's it.
Fair.
All that's
right.
up.
So if you wish to win 75 platinum for your platform of choice, go into the description below where you'll see a form to this week's questions. Go into the form, select, you know, which emblem you like the most, and make sure that you enter your in-game details correctly. So your in-game name and which platform you're playing on. If you don't spell your name correctly and you're like, hey, Xeno, this person hasn't spelled their name correctly, and I'll be like, well, I got no way of contacting them, so no one wins on that platform. I'm very callous about that. I think that's it for the emblems, so you can turn those off now.
Cool. No emblems on. Oh. I pushed the button. Oh, I've had that one. The buttons, it's the same thing you have. Yeah. These sometimes don't register. You click. Like, I had to click the intro 3 times before it started.
Really?
Yeah. I find that quite often with some of these buttons.
Interesting.
Very strange.
Right, so I'll try and look at the code for that. Right, so emblems are done, and now we're going to move on to Dojo Dusting. I just want to quickly triple check. Yes, okay, so the timestamps are working. Good. Right, so did you hit the Dojo Dusting button?
Yeah.
Good man. Right, so Dojo Dusting. We don't know when the next platinum giveaway is, so we're already collecting entrants with episode 421, 422, but it's until DE announced to me when they're back in the office that the next giveaway is going to happen. That's when all the entrants will be submitted to that one. So it might be another couple of episodes before that happens. So we don't know when the next platinum giveaway is. The release of this episode is on Tuesday, the 4th of January. So if you're lucky enough to hear this today, or, you know, if it's early enough on Wednesday, the 5th of January, right now on Twitter, it's ending at 2 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. UK time. There is a Harrow Prime giveaway on my Twitter account. So twitter.com/XenoGalleon. It's the pinned post. I'm trying something new using a service called Gleam, which a bunch of people have used in the past. It has proven useful to an extent. But yeah, so go check out that. It's a free Harrow Prime. Oh god, is it Requiem? It's the biggest pack you can get of Harrow Prime, right? With the 4K plat and well, nearly 4K plat and everything. So even if you already have Harrow Prime, you could get the cosmetics with the accessories bundle, and you also have a chance of winning 4,000 platinum for your your account. So you just need to enter that. The winner will be chosen at 4 p.m. Sorry, oh god, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK time on Wednesday, the 5th of January. Right. And then I'll reach out to that person and say, hey, what's your IGN and so on and so forth. Cool. Right. Then the last thing is I did a vlog.
You did?
See, I knew it. I knew I was going to do a vlog, and I was just like, just didn't even check it.
Check your content for things.
Wow, Loz, that hurts.
Well, it's
that
arbiters. I don't understand arbiters when it was arbiters.
Actually, it's not. It's not arbiters.
I know, but that's what that was your channel's like most regular release, and I'd be like, okay, I don't understand this.
But to give a quick recap on one of the points, I'm going to start getting back into the whole Warframe Machinima stuff again, which I think was pretty much the big driving force to my channel to begin with. And there's a lot of lessons learned with Faulty Frame Squad and Tactical Terror League. Right now, FFS and TTL are on the back burner because it has gotten so hard to continue working on them in game that I just need a change of pace. I need something easier. I need something that's not a pain in the ass to try and work out how to do. So going back to form, one episode script writing at a time. So it's just, it was a huge, you said this before, it's been a huge, what's the term? Mental drain, I suppose, having all the scripts written, and then it's a case of how are we going to film this?
No, it's not a mental drain. It's just, it creates, by writing the script first like that, you make a unscalable, huge task to build, and you start thinking, shall I do parts for episode 7 while recording episode 2? Oh, we're going to come back to this scene here, so let's do this as well. Oh, look, we'll have to get that voice actor as well. Whereas the most productive time there was when we did the first season, which we just kind of did one episode at a time. I think we had a rough idea where we wanted to go.
Yep. So that's the general idea. So it's going to be back to that form. It's going to be one piece, one season shenanigans.
I'd only say just have a rough idea for what you want to do in the season and just write an episode at a time.
Yes, that's the plan. Yeah, but the comment I'm making is that there's no seasons in One Piece. It's just one long continuous season.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Oh, in One Piece?
Yeah,
no, it has
they've
arcs.
not taken a break. No, it has arcs, sure, but they've never actually taken a break.
Yeah, but that's...
the joke is that it's like, oh god, like Fairy Tales had seasons, Dragon Balls had seasons. One Piece is just one long arc, one long season.
Okay, well, that's complete silliness, so anyway.
Apparently I'm being too silly now. But yeah, so, and it's all going to be in Captura, and there's no use of NPCs because it's just impossible to get them to do what you want. But I think the most important thing is I'm going to be having help with Nazeth and Joey to look over the scripts first and think to themselves, how on earth are we going to achieve what he is trying to do with this script? Yeah? Because they might turn around and say, like, how the fuck are you going to get someone to walk through the pearl on Orb Valley? That's not physically possible. Rewrite this part. Yeah? Yeah, so that's the gist of it. Yeah, so going to be going back to Machinima stuff, but don't expect any date or anything.
Are you going to do a whole new thing, or is it going to be in the same universe, or what?
No, whole new universe and everything.
Warframe, though, yeah?
Warframe, yes. Yeah. So there are schemes. There are conniving schemes. You haven't even seen the first... well, you haven't seen any of the iterations of the first episode yet, but you will. Right. So that is it for Dojo Dusting.
Cool.
And we're going to move on to... Well, do you want to skip over the war report, or do you want to hit the button at least?
No, I hit the button. No, I'll do it as well. Let me just get this up
Okay.
while I'm not getting stabbed with people. So the only thing I've got in it is just to let people know Prime Resurgence. We're coming to the last legs of it now. I think on roughly based on what I saw when I logged in that on release of this episode, I think there's 21 days left of it, and there's 3 bundles left, obviously, and the last 2 that are going to be available are the Last Chance Part 1, which starts on January the 11th, and Last Chance Part 2, which is on January 18. So if you do want any of the Prime stuff, you know, you are interested, or you think like, oh, I'm waiting until I got stuff after Christmas, or you forgot that money for Christmas, or you forgot that this existed, then now is the time to catch up on that. What is these bullets? Who is shooting these bullets? It's like orangey bullet things. Stop sniping my drone. Anyway, and the last other point, which I didn't notice, but I wanted to put, is that, did you see that? It's actually, the only reason I got this is it is listed on the main Warframe website as a news article thing, is that Steve did a forum post.
I did not know that.
No, yeah. Okay, I'll make sure I will, and I'll poke Xeno, I'll put it in the document later to make sure there is a link in the description to it. And it was on December 22nd. And the key point is just, saying, the release of, this year we spent time doing New War and getting New War ready and updating things like Railjack and, all this sort of stuff and our arsenals and things like that. But he says, we dedicate 2022 to what comes next. A year full of doing the right things for Warframe. So, we've had do you remember the year of quality, the year of endgame? We've got now the year of right things. That's what we're gonna have. So there we go. A good start to the year.
I'm not trying to be a raging dickhead, but
then don't. No, go for it.
Then don't. No.
Say it. What are you gonna say?
We've heard this before. The year of quality, the year of endgame, the year of the right things to do for Warframe. It's the best intentions, but we'll have to see how 2022 goes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But he also did say, there was a point he made that I'm getting a lot of feedback about, I really enjoyed this. What was it? Was it playstyle? Or hang on, I will find it. Let me get it up. I assume it's more stuff like, I enjoyed playing as the one. Yep. Okay. Oh, no, avoid that grenade. I saw a lot of, I wish this gameplay stayed, and we share this feeling as well, so they'll be coming with some exciting experiments in bringing those change-ups into the game in other ways that aren't purely quest-driven.
Good.
Which is cool. That's really good to hear.
I honestly, I loved the drifter gun. The drifter gun was so cool to reload and charge the shot.
Yes.
It's such a subtle thing.
It was fine and fun within the context of those game modes where the enemies were a specific scaled enemy for you to fight, and the charged shot was like a one shot of them. But in hey, I'm up against level 50 mobs. It's almost like they're trying to combine I always keep saying it. It felt like a separate single player game, and it does, because it doesn't gel with the whole thing we've got here. So you could bring that gameplay back, but that part of why that gameplay was so fun is it was rewarding to get like the charge shot on the reload, because you knew it would one shot one enemy. But you can't have that and have, it one shot a Grineer Lancer before, but now this is a level 78 Grineer Lancer, and thus it can't one shot them, sort of thing.
Ignoring the fact that the third Archon you fought was a wafer thin, right? How did you feel about the Archon fights?
The fights were cool. Again, it's the same principle though, because you were limited in what you could bring to the table.
So if they actually balance the fights, I don't know how they would actually do that, because the chaos that is Warframe. But if they were to balance the fights, would you like to see those Archons come back as mini bosses?
Yeah. Well, the more I think about them, though, the more I dislike their aesthetic, because it was just like, I do not understand.
These are animal based.
And what they've got to do with sentience, But we're not here to talk about that. So that's it for the. In fact, let me just give you this link now. I'm going to put it in the Discord so we don't lose it. I do want to make a point, because otherwise I'll forget, so I'll just stick it there. There we go. Oh, and obviously he said thank you for 2021, and we're looking forward to 2022, that sort of stuff, But
Cool.
Okay, cool. So now let us move on to the next thing, which is topics.
Cool, right. So our first topic for this episode, I was looking for the word topics and I couldn't see them. Is that correct? No, that's not correct, Loz.
Damn it!
Hit pause.
Controls. And we're back. There we go. Fix that. There we go.
Cool, right. So topic one. Players who quit the relic run after a minute in. And topic two. Cetus bounties seriously need looking at. Right, so topic one. Players who quit players who quit the relic run after a minute in. Please don't. This happens more and more often. Starting a quick exterminate, players join in and leave immediately. Seemingly, they check which we brought, and if it's not great, they leave the squad. I'm assuming here, but it's happened 4 times in a row just yesterday. I do enjoy opening relics and may not have the latest vaulted Aya one on me, but please let me enjoy the game and get excited about what I may get after finishing the mission. So how do you feel about this?
So I was thinking, like, why are they complaining about? But I understand. It's like they're trying to do relic missions. They're bringing. Hopefully, they did say it wasn't the latest, but I do hope when they can they bring is it exalted relics?
Radiant
relics. That's the one. I do hope they at least try to bring radiant relics. Like people who just sit there and spam the lowest relic, the basic form, without upgrading is a bit meh. You can't even upgrade on that screen, so there's no reason not to when you can. But obviously, you don't get enough to sustain that forever. But I understand what they're doing is because, you starting a mission, you'd like to get a best chance to maybe get some at least uncommons or rares just for the sake of it. And at the end screen, if someone quits, you're going to have less to pick from, which means, these people are stealing the effort. They're reducing the, I don't want to say the efficiency of what they're doing. Yeah, it is the efficiency. The worth of their effort. They're finishing the mission, but because of how limited they're going to have for options, it is going to affect their overall average of the amount of ducats or chance at rarer items. That make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what the loss is.
And I don't remember this etiquette happening before. I don't know why it suddenly started now.
What do you mean? Etiquette?
No, sorry. This play style. I don't remember years and years ago when we were playing a lot of relic runs and stuff like this. Were players just dropping in and out?
If it was because connection issues.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Has this been in the game? Like, have players been doing this for a particularly long time?
Maybe.
Or yeah. So yeah, it's but again, like what's the necessity to do? It feels really weird. It just feels like really bad form. Like, if you want to play for that specific relic, why aren't you taking that specific relic? And the worst thing is, when you're doing something like an exterminate or I don't want to say capture because capture is really easy. A survival or a defense or something. The window of opportunity for players to join you just to play gets smaller as players just drop in and out because they want specific relics.
Say again? What do you mean by that?
So basically, the window of opportunity for a player to join you decreases over time. Yeah?
Yeah.
So multiple players coming in and out just to see if you're bringing the right relic for them, it decreases the chance to play with someone that just wants to play.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're eating up the available window before the mission is complete, before someone who just wants to just do relics can join. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it's a bigger issue because of the sheer amount of relics in the game now. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to do. They're specifically hunting for the newest thing, and that's now harder to find. So there's very little point in them because there's so much dilution. They even just if they used to just do random missions and maybe 1 in 3 used to have people with new relics or at least one person with a new relic, but now because of the utter dilution, only like if they just kept playing the missions, 1 in 8 missions will actually have someone with the newer relics. Did I finish the thing? I think I finished the thing.
I think you finished the thing.
Yeah.
Check the mini map. I think I'm on top of it. I can't see if you've got anything that you need to do.
No, it's gone, I think, but I was on the last step, but I didn't see what the reward was. Oh well, anyway, keep going. Yeah. Number of relics.
What's the other side of this is the play style. So I don't know about you, but personally, I go farm the relics for the limited time they are available. And then after they're no longer available, I start cracking them open.
Oh, I don't even bother. I don't farm or do anything like that. I just hit random relic, really, whenever I do relics if I'm doing them. And most of my Radiant stuff goes into the Hoover Lich ones.
But you know what I mean?
What?
You know what? Well, basically, if I was farming for relics that were only available for a limited time, I would farm the relics. I'd be doing interceptions. I'd be doing whatever missions drop the relics. And then when the relics are no longer available to get, then I'd start cracking them open.
Right, yeah.
Yeah? So, again, it feels a bit of a...
So, to these people who quit, you'd be a perpetually person to leave on because you're always using last season's relics.
Effectively, yeah. It feels like, it does feel like a bit of a shitty thing to do. I don't know, like, maybe, I mean, a solution for this is players can't see what each other's bringing if they're joining a public game. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Why am I saying that all the time?
I can see what you mean. So, for instance, because I think what you do is you go up like here. Oh, you can't see it because I'm behind it. But you go up to the profile, and up here you can see people's what they're doing or what they brought. And just take that. So
just hide the relics.
Yeah.
I think it's fine on a group, or you're just starting the mission. You've got a group. You can see what each other's got. But when you're joining a mission that's already in progress, now you can't see them. Yeah, nay?
Yeah, I think maybe that's a better thing because if you want to do it with people, put the group together. I mean, you see them in chat. They're like rad share for this, looking for rad share for this, and people working on the newer stuff. But once you're on a mission, it's the same thing with like Spy Vault rewards. They had to make them question marks. No, I can't remember what the original was. It Spy Mission Vault? Something like that was the first thing.
So it's also the caches as well.
Caches, I think that was it. Yeah, caches, I think, were first.
Yeah, the sabotage caches was the first thing because they would go find the sabotage caches first. If they didn't have the thing that they wanted, they'd then just quit the mission.
Yeah. Which is
for anyone that just wanted to play it, we would just kill it. Same thing. As soon as you get in the mission, you can't see what other people have brought. If they want to be clever and they want to go, but I don't think there's a need for this. I would say if you've started the group as like the pre-made, you can see what each other's got at any point in time. But if I just think, just fuck it, just you can't see it.
Bit harsh, but yeah, I can get behind that.
No. Just like it's just extra effort. It's just so much extra effort to code it that okay, did this client join the host before the mission started or after the mission started? I mean, you're only looking at the first 5 minutes of a survival because as soon as you get to the screen selection process, then everyone's informed of what everyone's brought.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, I personally I would just hire for the first one.
I would just tie it
stop
for
people.
the first one, yeah. The first one in the ongoing, and just permanently in any one run missions.
Exactly. Yeah. There we go. Should we have a look at what the reply said, or do we want to elaborate on anything further?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, I don't think.
I don't think
I'm
that's
not
gonna
sure
be.
how big of an issue this actually is for people in their play in general. Because
To be honest, I'm just utterly surprised that this is a thing at all.
yeah, me too. Why? This is a tiny cave. I'm confused as to where I've got to find my caches. With 5 minutes left, I'm going to fail this, I think. Anyway, if you join and see a terrible group composition, why would you stick around for that? A terrible group composition? For cracking relics? Cracking relics? Oh, it's just so hard. There better be a Necros and an Octavia, otherwise, and a Trinity. Otherwise, I'll never crack these relics. What? No.
This to me is the same argument. I want challenge. I want challenge. I want challenge. No, you don't. You just want content. You don't want a challenge. You don't want difficulty. You just want fucking content.
Just want fucking content.
Well, you know what I mean. My expletive.
Where are these other things? Next one is what makes it worse is that they are screwing over other three people because the replacement person that joins often is delayed in collecting reactants, screwing up everyone's run. Yeah, that's another fair point.
Yeah, that's another point. I completely missed that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, completely agree with that one.
Right, one left to get. I honestly never even thought to check what relics other people are bringing outside of an organised group. If I'm just doing a public relic cracking, I'm usually farming traces rather, and don't really care what comes out. Yeah?
Yeah.
And with that...
Like, you made a comment earlier about, people that upgrade their relics and things. I mean, typically, I will farm traces to... and I'll take just a bog standard plain relic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm prepared to give people, like on a pubby run, I'm prepared to give people the benefit of the doubt because they might not bring a radiant relic because they might be farming traces. But yeah, like this reply is saying.
And the last one is this happens a lot around new Prime releases for a reason you're probably not considering. People are setting up Radshare and Intshare squads with random groups, but then they load the map and someone drops, etc. You get paired with them after the other guy dropped and notice and all leave.
No, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's not that these people are joining into missions and finding people leave. These are the people who are just doing random.
No. So imagine this hypothetical situation that this person's saying, right? So you have a pre-made group of 4 people farming for, I want to say, Harrow Prime chassis, assuming that's the rare part, right?
Yeah.
The rare Harrow Prime part. There you go. And you got 4 people. One of them drops and a pubby joins. You're telling me the pubby doesn't want to just stick it through? Why? Right? Or are you telling me that the other 3 people are the ones that drop? Because from the sounds of it, this is from the host perspective, not from the pubby joining perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Was that the last one?
That's the last one.
Yes, that was the last one.
Just want to point out, by the way, your internet is crackling a hell of a lot.
Is it?
Yep.
Do you want to pause it real quick?
Why? Can you do something about it?
Maybe.
Okay. I will just... pause.
There we go. Cool. Right. So we'll move on to topic 2.
To topics. Topic 2. There we go. Yep.
Cool. Cetus bounties seriously need a look at. Cetus bounties feature so much empty downtime. Liberate a camp by waiting for 2.5 minutes with barely any spawns. Open up a vault by waiting for 2 minutes with barely any spawns. Escort the world's slowest drone across hundreds of meters That's not how you spell meter. With barely any spawns. On Venus, only the coil drive.
Some people actually just spell it like that.
I don't know why, but it's.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think it's. I think it's wrong, isn't it?
Some people do. I don't like it that way, but yeah, I think some people do.
Anyway, on Vetus, only the coil drive and maybe the excavators really feature empty, boring, nothing downtime. DE had learnt. Changing a tense. DE have learnt some very good lessons from Cetus, but why haven't they applied those lessons retroactively to Cetus? I'm not saying like DE speed up bounties so me get reward quicker. Just please make it interesting. Cetus bounties feel so slow and boring. Okay. Do you get bored of the Cetus bounties?
Well, I'm soloing them at the moment, which I know it's the normal one, but it's just repeats of the other ones. I wouldn't say they're the most gripping content, but I mean, I've got enemies to fight right now, so solo at least it's an issue. But you know, I'm not with somebody on a super max range Equinox kill everything in billion yards build, so hard to say. As for the things where it's like, just because I think I've just did one a minute ago or a few minutes ago, where it's like guard a box till it opens. I do agree with those. If you think about the way they do it in Obvalis, at least you get the dynamic thing of mobs spawning that, you know, for the bonus objective that you have to go find that reduce the time.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. That hasn't been retroactively applied, which does really shake up the boring sit around and wait. I mean, 4 people sitting around and waiting for the thing to open. You know, most people can just sit there and just stare into space. It really is a dull thing. Yeah. So partly,
like, I'm watching the gameplay footage of this right now, and I do feel like
you mean me playing the game?
Yes, you playing the game.
Yeah, Switch X, not yeah.
And I kind of get where they're coming from, but to be honest, the biggest thing that I feel is the most boring is the simple fact that you're treading old ground.
Yeah.
You know, like, what's the difference between doing the cache on the Cetus, or you know the vault on Cetus, the prison rescue thing on Orvalis, just a flat out mobile defense.
Was that last one? Sorry.
Mobile defense.
Oh, what in general missions or?
Yeah, because you just sat around waiting for like 2 minutes for a timer to tick down.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't feel at any point right now you are not having any mobs to kill. Even when you did the vault a moment ago, and I was watching the footage then, it didn't feel like you were particularly doing nothing.
No, but I'm playing this solo, which does make a big difference, as in doesn't seem to be anyone playing at the moment, so. And I haven't got it on set 2 solo, it just there seems to be just no one looking to do armor missions right now. And yeah, so when you're the focus of attention, it feels like there's enough enemies to fight. But I do know in most missions, when you come with 4 people, this doesn't scale up well. But also, there's not a lot of variety in these missions. I really wish they would go back and come up with some, you know, interesting dynamic things to do, especially maybe for groups where, you know, there's multiple things to do, multiple sub objectives. Nope. But
well, I think part of the problem with that though is that the game engine can't really handle spawning mobs in multiple locations. It basically has to go, right, we're gonna pick one player and this is who we're gonna spawn the mobs on.
Yeah.
So if people have split up in multiple directions, it's like the game engine struggles on where to put the enemy mobs.
Emphasis, yeah.
You know?
It could be.
So
it could be.
I think that could easily lead to what other players are experiencing. I mean, hell, we used to use that a lot when we were farming. I think it was like Burston Prime. You were a Trinity running around. Crap, this was the old survival. I can't really remember now. remember you running around like me and Mephisto were in the tree room in the void.
Yeah.
And then you came in afterwards, and you said like the graphics just slowed to a halt because
Oh, that was
there were
because I was
so many.
a sea of resources because I was just sitting in one place
Exactly.
with my information. But this content, okay, so hack the drone stuff. What I'm doing now, as you can see, just following
Yeah.
the drone. Okay, there's a dude over there shooting them. There's a turret. Okay, I'll just sort of just shoot them. It's nice that I'm at least engaging enemies in multiple ranges, which is good. You know, this long distance rather than just short the whole time. But I don't know. It'd be cool if maybe something happened at the same time. The tricky thing is like if you put like a sub objective that requires somebody to go off at 90 degrees to the path of the drone to do something, that maybe there's like a disable uplink calling in directed targeted strike. One player can't do both things. That's part of the issue as well. Whatever they design for the mission to be, it has to be enough that one player can do it.
Yeah.
It's a terrible weakness of the game that it doesn't ever want to scale differently, or it doesn't seem to. I mean, so if you are set to solo or you're by yourself, it should be able to go, okay, yeah, I won't use that sub objective, or I will not penalise them for not completing that sub objective. But it'd be great if it could acknowledge, oh yeah, they're a team of 4 people, they can do this random thing on the side. Let's say there was someone had to go up to that tower there.
Yeah.
Because it was, there's like a red beam from space targeting it from that tower, so someone had to go hack a terminal up that tower.
Like, so again, I'm watching you right now, and there's only been a bit at the start and possibly just now where you're not attacking anyone.
Yeah.
They're attacking you now. It feels to me that I think the biggest problem is you just constantly.
So you glitched out. What?
You're treading old ground constantly.
Yeah.
I think
it's the thing is, it just sits on I'm fighting dudes, and it's just I'm fighting dudes while on the move. I just don't think that's enough, because it's the same dudes, as you say. It's just another way of treading ground. I know a lot of Warframe is that, but it's like, yeah, but that's on you then to come up with ways to make that different and dynamic. And the different dynamic thing they've added is doing it while walking. That's it.
Yeah. I realistically, I think a way to massively improve Cetus is underground stuff.
Yeah, I love the underground stuff.
Have underground, well, redo the cave network so it's like the modular thing of the. Actually, I can't say it's because I didn't do enough of Deimos. I'd have to defer to
Hey, look
our
around.
The community. Like, is the Deimos tile sets, are they ran enough, or do they need more? And basically just do the underground stuff in Cetus and just be a lot more dynamic with it. Do the whole dynamic loading of the vaults in I can't remember the name of it, Deimos, where all players need to move into this section, and now we're going to procedurally generate the underground section. Just do that. Yeah?
Could work.
Yeah. Well, I think just varying the environments, because when you're constantly moving through the same thing, you start to get bored and you just want to go get a sandwich.
No, I do like it. For instance, so this 5th step on this the second time over the second run of these Narma ones I've been doing, it sent me underground into an area I don't normally fight. So this is a nice change of scenery. I don't often fight down here. I'm having to find the enemies. I'm having to look around. Fighting them up and down on different levels. They're below me now. They're below me now, and I'm above them. This guy's now on the same level as me. They're running up to me. So it is really cool. Not that this ever meant anything. Cool sentient object there, but I still want more. I want different objectives. They rely too heavily on just this is just kill. I'm just killing. But that's what I was doing. The quest before this was moving and killing, and then the guarding an object is standing still around an object you have to try and keep alive while killing enemies. So if someone's just killing the enemies, that's it. You're just killing enemies.
But what's the difference between that and the regular missions? Because that's exactly what the regular missions are.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's missions where I have to hack a terminal, or here's a good example. Look at the way they do sabotage. Sabotage is great. There's different options the way you can set up the reactor to explode. You have to do different sections. You can fail different sections of it. You get different outcomes where there's different environmental hazards, like the radiation orbs appear, or the whole place is on fire. Or it's frozen, so you have the frozen effect, or low gravity. Different effects come into play. It shakes up the thing more than just shoot the dudes. I honestly feel they should do more with hacking. Hacking is interesting, and also moving objects. Maybe more hacking puzzles, or there's puzzles like the. Do you remember on Lua? There's the. And this is the other problem I had, by the way, with Underground. It's like, right, I finished down here. I need to find where the exit is. I always suck at this. I guess it's in those two directions. Okay, let's go for that one. Yeah.
Oh, it also doesn't help that it doesn't actually highlight it on the map saying, like, this is where the exit is.
Yeah. But yeah, do you see what I mean? Like the lure puzzles where there's different things to do. Like the laser beam where you have to stand in one spot and tank the laser beams to fill up a tank. Or the...
You're talking about the spy vaults?
No. The special lure vaults.
The drift mods. I know. So, yeah. I'm with you now. The drift mods. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I really feel that it's pretty much all on the repetitiveness of the environment.
No, because I just had a bit underground, so it does have underground sections on these quests. They are used.
But that you felt happier for doing that because you rarely do those underground parts.
Yeah, but just giving me more underground parts wouldn't fix the problem. It's special because it is rare. And that would quickly fade off if I go do these lots, and every time it's like, oh well, we've got to include in a 5-step bounty. At least one of them has to be underground.
Do you feel that the general missions, right, the original missions, are suffering the exact same problem as the Cetus bounties?
Only mobile defense.
Only mobile. Well, I think
capture is simple and quick. Exterminate is what it says on the tin. There's nothing wrong with that. Defense, at least there's the waves and different rewards and things going on. So there's that for that. Spy's brilliant. Spy is one of the best game modes they've ever done because it's it's different for each tile set. They really put the effort in on those, and some of those are just good fun. I love doing all the different spy missions, and even look at the lower ones, they even pushed up a level, so those are brilliant. I'd love more of that, if anything. I'd love massive spy vaults. They're great, but I want more. What else we got? Interception. Yeah, it makes sense. Defend different points while killing stuff. Yeah, it's fair enough. At least it feels different, moving around different areas, and yeah, that's good. Survival, just basically exterminate on steroids with a thingy bar, that's fine. What else are we missing? Sabotage. Love sabotage, especially the ship ones. We still have the old school ones in there as well, like break stuff, just for the sake of keeping the old ones in there. Hello, friend. And then, what other game modes am I missing? Am I missing any game modes? Hijack. Hijack.
Yeah.
Hijack. That's good. Again, I would like to see more of that, like more longer missions.
It's the same tile. It's just the same one.
Well, there's two versions.
Is that? Oh, are you talking about the Corpus one as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I'd love to see like a longer one of that. Why isn't there a hijack endless mission where it just keeps? I don't know if it could, but probably could because the way it does.
Or you just get it to a certain point and then you're like, come pick it up now.
Yeah. Just keeps going, or just make a literal massive map tile, push it to the actual big screen. Should I try and take this on? Let's have some fun. Yeah. Why not push it to what the absolute map... Can you imagine a hijack with this amount of the space of this map, in space? But, it follows a route. Oh, yeah, in fact, you can have a hijack route that goes through the entire map of this. And then, at some point you can... maybe that's just like the drone. The hijack missions themselves are really cool because it was like the one with the rail had, unique things. You had to keep an eye on the rail or buttons and switches to make sure the next door is open. That was good. And the car one for the Corpus was alright, but needed a bit more time. But yeah, I'd like to see those but be bigger. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go to the replies?
Is this a...
What?
He's not Fanama. It's not Fanama.
Okay.
But it's not Fanama.
Should we go to the replies?
It's me. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I need to scroll down here. DE doesn't care. Whoa! Okay. DE doesn't care. They didn't even fix some of the known bugs, but of course they quickly patch any loophole that lets you farm faster.
That's a little harsh. I do kind of get that. It's not that they don't care. The issue is that they don't want to constantly rework the old stuff. They want to spend their focus on doing new stuff. Yeah.
Is this some sort of new thumper? I've never done such little damage to a thumper with my guns before. It's only level 50. What is this?
What type of... It should say in the name what type
Tusk
it is.
Thumper Doma.
Yeah, that's about right.
But I've never done such weedy damage with my guns before.
It's also level dependent as well, but your level's dependent on the mission type.
What? Like I barely scratched it. Okay, well I'm going to be fighting this for a while. Okay, anyway, keep going.
Well, I said my thing.
Oh, okay. Next one then.
Okay.
I would like to add the draw... I would like to add the draw out the captain that requires you kill 30 enemies within the first minute to get the bonus, and there is never 30 enemies anywhere on the map, and the second you fail the bounty, then the enemies are falling over each other to rush in. Yeah, I think that's a bit of an issue. I have seen that, for some of the missions, because it sometimes gives you like 3 different areas where the mobs will potentially spawn, and there's like, okay, are we gonna you gonna spawn any? You gonna spawn any? You gonna spawn any? And it just doesn't. I can't replicate that right now, because it's just a particular one. But yeah, the get the captain to spawn one is definitely the one that does it.
But I think there's some of the bounties that are just problematic in general, because look at the Grenier one on Deimos, right?
Yeah.
Where, you have to beat me at, murdering infested. FYI, I have... Yeah. It's like nearly impossible to do.
FYI, I've got aimbots installed.
Yeah, with flamethrowers.
Sniper flamethrowers.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Should we move to the next reply, or...?
Sure. You say Fortuna is better, but I've lost count of the amount of times I've failed the kill Osprey/Mo objectives because the game refuses to spawn enemies, and when it does, it spawns everything but the thing I need to kill, and if it does, it only spawns one at a time, so I run out of time anyway.
Which ones are those?
You've never had the kill 30 Ospreys or kill 30 Mowers? They do exist, they're not very common.
As a stage? It's a bounty stage?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I did one of those. I genuinely can't.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. And another one? Is there any more?
I failed at bounty in stage 5 yesterday because the 75th of 75 guys we needed to kill spawned at 1 second remaining in one of those stupid caves that takes 30 seconds to figure out where the exit is.
Okay, so yeah, there are some improvements they could make, but I mean, if the caves were on that separate derelict vaults, I think they're called derelict vaults, system that I spoke about, Emblems has, that wouldn't happen because the cave wouldn't be loaded into the environment.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I think the problem here is that the reason why this is being brought up is because of the Nama quests.
Yeah.
It's like they want it. Like, I feel that this shouldn't be Cetus bounties seriously need to look at. It's that the Nama stuff should have been implemented better.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because, so, Loz and I have spoken about this. I don't think we spoke about this in the last 10 o'clock. I think we spoke about this on the side. But the Nama quests should... So, the Nama missions should have been like the old invasion missions, where Nama is effectively solar system capturing a planet at a time. Right? They are moving through the solar system,
Yeah.
the star chart, and that I personally would have felt would be such a better system for it.
Or both. I don't get why it couldn't be both. It would give Nama a lot more presence if they were constantly attacking all three open worlds with a special bounty, and also because hey, by the way, fighting non-infested on Deimos, that'd be an interesting, fun change, and also doing the invasion system. That would felt like a more complete version of releasing Nama into the game, whereas instead we just literally just get these two bounties. And that's it, and they're just copy paste. It's just like, why not more?
Yeah. I mean, I think I said this before with the Tridolons and everything. Was it 6 months of content or maybe longer was just the planes?
Yeah. Well, it was.
And it was
planes were released. I think planes got an update patch. Planes got ghouls. Planes got Tridolons.
Yeah, I was just like, could we have anything anywhere else, please?
Yeah.
Like the great thing about Warframe was the variety, not being locked in one place.
Yeah, it wouldn't have taken much to put like a certain weapon which farms for resources on a different planet or something, but it was just like planes. I was lucky because I wasn't playing much in that time period, so I just listened to your whinging and just like, oh, just stop it. Did. I love the planes still. You hated them. It was the ghouls bounties broke the back for you because you were desperate to get them done in the first. You want another thing. You were like, okay, I've got to get all this lore done in the first section. I'm like, you don't have to. I have to get it done in the first section.
Well, another one.
They might not come back.
Yeah, another one was what's his name, Revenant. Where okay, cool. So gonna do the Revenant quest. No, it was on fucking.
Well, you glitched out massively there.
The
weird glitch thing. Sorry for with headphones.
Yeah, sorry. None of Error. Sorry, not Error. God damn it. What's his name? Revenant. None of Revenant's quest was on the sodding plains, if memory serves. But you had to start it at night on the sodding plains.
Well, he didn't really have much for quest. It was really just a intro-esque thing where you.
Yeah. But it was tied to the sodding night cycle.
I remember you got really annoyed about that because on the.
I'm still annoyed about it.
It was literally just we had to wait like 2 hours or something, and it was like, oh my god.
I wanted to go to bed.
You could have waited till the next day. It wasn't.
I had to.
Yeah.
So it was dumb because it didn't allow you to do things as you were able to do them. We've said this before. Like, allow it a window of opportunity where a player could choose when to do it. That's not the right saying at all. It's like people still get pissed off the fact that you could only do because I think people still get pissed off that you could only do Eidolons at nighttime on Cetus, right? But I think originally they were planning that you could only do the infested vaults at the equivalent nighttime on Deimos.
Oh, what, like when Vome was up or something?
Exactly. You couldn't do them when FAS was up. You could only do them when the phone was up. Or something. And then ultimately they went back on that and it's just available at any point in time. So much fucking only resets when Foam and Vass switch places, right? That's fine because they switch places frequently enough.
Yeah.
But at least I can start them when I fucking want to.
Fair.
So yeah, I think they should bring Nama to the invasion system where Nama is holding a single planet at any one time and they move from location to location. They can't take the Void and they can't take the Kuva Fortress, but otherwise everything's free. Well, yeah, they obviously can't do would you allow them to take the derelict void missions surrounding Deimos and not Deimos itself.
Well, you can't take Deimos. You can't take the planes. You can't take Venus. That would be bounties, and that works well. But yeah, I'd let them take the thing. They just become the more prominent thing you find there until they get beaten out. Yeah.
There you go.
But then I don't even know if we have that system anymore for the
So apparently we do, but after the invasion has happened, like a very short period of time, and the planet will reset back to what it was. I think it's something stupid like 6 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, and like not entirely sure why bother at all. So yeah, I think it's the node as well. But yeah, so that's it. There we go. Right, we've done the topics. We've spoken about the replies. I think realistically the problem is not the Cetus bounties. Yes, the Cetus bounties need TLC. All the bounties need TLC, not just the ones on Cetus. They all need TLC. But I think DE would rather focus their attention elsewhere.
No, I think they're going to use the playing other characters thing and actually do more with that. I think people really enjoyed that. The unique experience it gives, which is kind of sad because it shows that all the stuff we've been building in Warframe is just, not necessary, or no, that's not the wrong word for it. It's almost fighting itself. It's its own worst enemy. All these different things we can have. Hey, you know what I can use? I've just realised I can bring my Necromech to the fight. Woo! Oh, and wait, hang on. I've got my wait, this is much easier. I've got my Fluctus, which can just shoot through things. Or I could have used my Operator, or I could have used, a different weapon, or brought my arc gun down. There's just too much variety going on, and there's too much. And then in those, it could have been that I bet someone's going to say, if you just brought something for armor stripping LOZ, you could have taken this thumper down in 2 seconds. Or if you had a corrosive build, it would have been a lot better if your guns were that. So it's like, there's too much variety on what weapons, what tools. If I can just do this. Oh yeah, that does it. Yeah, there's too much variety in that. I have a Necromech. Some people in the same situation that I was just in probably didn't have a Necromech, so they can't, solve this thing as easily.
See, I hate thumpers for this. The exact problem you're getting right now.
The one leg that's the hardest to get to.
Yep.
That's why we have a Fluctus, which can shoot through the mob. If I find where I'm supposed to be shooting it. No, this doesn't make a difference. I just wait for it to thump one last time, and I'll just go around on its last remaining leg. There we go, and we'll just sort this out.
The fact that it can't actually knock you over.
See, I do like that. That's what I had to use. I had to use my Necromech to fight the bigger robot, and it was much better than my little character. That was cool.
That's the sort of thing that should happen more often.
Yeah. Hang on, I just put my get my.
What are you doing?
Getting my Nightwave done to highlight some resources.
Oh, okay.
Don't even know if that was worth it. I got a load of stuff there. I don't care. It was fun. Right. Yep. So yeah, we finished the topics, and I've killed my nemesis, so I can now move on.
The thumper.
Yeah.
Right. So let's move on to the graphs. So turn off the topics and get ready for the graphs.
Stop.
There's Chrome.
Why am I leaving?
Oh, you wanted to?
Yeah. Oh no, right. I guess I should because it's memes and things, so I need to pay attention now. So,
right. So we asked the question: footage. What shall we call the guest section? So guest Tenno, guest section, and then we gave the opportunity for people to recommend stuff. So Tenno on deck, Tenno flock, drifters, Tenno operative.
What's the guest section?
Huh?
What's the guest section?
No. I put in like default ones, and then the option.
What is the section we're naming?
The guest section, when we were talking about like introducing the guests.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is the name. Okay.
You said it did.
I did.
Yes. You were berating me for not actually doing the questions and shit.
Yeah, that's not for doing the section. I didn't think naming the section.
Yeah, it's like it needs a name. You said it needed a name because it doesn't have a title thing. I was like, well, what are we gonna put? Oh, let's ask the audience. Right.
Good job, audience. Holding
So
him to account.
I think either I don't know, Tenno on deck or Tenno operative. We'll talk about this and get it added in. But yeah. Right, should we move to the next one?
30 Eidolon shards. Effort. Next one.
Okay, next one. Right, so what did you think of the new war? 4% said negative, 4% said I haven't played it yet, 4% said neutral, and 93% said positive? How the fuck does that work? Maths. Where percentages don't add up.
I can understand when it's like 1 to 3% out, but you're what? 5% out here?
No, it's more than that.
Wait, what? No, you're not. That's 105%.
Isn't it 100? Might be 106. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
How is it 106?
Well, 93 plus 4 is 97. 97 plus 4 is 101. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. 105. I can't maths. Just like this graph, I can't maths.
Maybe that's why the graph can't. Okay.
I honestly don't know how it's come up with this. Right, so the next one is, how do you feel about the stuff to do after the new war? 21% said positive, 29% said negative, and 50% said neutral. Yeah. Yeah. I feel more negative about it because I just don't want to do bounties. But at least there is a mission to do at all times.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But yeah. I mean, like, I've got them in the background here. I've been farming for Nama Isoplast because I can get my my quills and thingy rep up, and I'll get all the things farmed so I can sacrifice a Caliban, things like that. But I'm like, it does feel kind of just it's the absolute bare minimum of what could have been done. It's just like I do think and I do hope that they wanted to put more in, but they couldn't have got it done for the December deadline. I putting hope towards that was the thing.
Right. Can you pause 2 seconds?
Well, I can pause for multiple seconds starting now. Paused. Go.
Oh, you know that the topics are still at the bottom.
They're there. That's fine. They're chilling.
Okay, cool.
I did click to get rid of them, but I like I say, sometimes you need to click a few times before it works.
Okay, cool. Right, so who do you want to see more during the course of warfare? So we got 4% said Alad V, 4% said the Stalker, 4% said the Archons, 11% said Hunhao, and 22% said the Entrati.
Wait, so this is characters that were within the new war?
No, just during the new war.
Was there more options?
Because did I ask you any more options? No, that's the 5 of them.
Yeah, so there's loads of characters here I would have liked to see more during the course of war. Your factual list is of characters you saw.
You can multiple pick. You can pick multiple of them.
Yeah, but you're missing loads of important characters.
Okay, who else did you want to see during the new war?
I don't know, Mr. Golden Hand.
Oh, Parvos.
Yeah.
Miss Parvos.
Captain 4.
But out of the 5...
Captain 4.
No.
Rodbeck.
What? Why would you want Frodbeck during this?
Because if he's not dead, which he might be because he doesn't seem to want to turn up, he's supposed to be a main character in the corpus. All we get is Alad V talking at the start and maybe dying.
I'm surprised you didn't say Nefanya.
I was about to. I was literally going through a list of all the characters I'd like to see, turn up more. You haven't got...
Are you trying to think of the name?
On there. Vahek, who does seem to be the de facto Grineer leader. The Queens, maybe? That would have been cool.
Well,
also, why is there no
limiting it to
Teshin
just-
on that list either? Teshin, you know.
what's
Like-
Tashin?
What's a Teshin? I don't know. It's some dead glowing red statue in Relays.
That yeah. Why would you want to see more of a dead glowing red statue in
But I
Relay?
just, it's got a name. Why not see a bit more? It's not like it has a backstory or has been built up to be important for this thing or anything.
He has a backstory.
Yeah, he's a glowing red statue.
Okay, cool. Right. So out of the 5
Talks
options
and everything. Out of the five random tiny options that don't really actually show very
my God.
much of that
Right.
thing. I mean, the Entrati family aren't actually. They're only in the flashback. One voice.
Yeah. But people wanted to see the intro. So Loz and I were actually talking about this, and we feel that Deimos was supposed to come out after the New War.
Yeah.
And it kind of explains why we have the Scooby-Doo-esque quest that we actually got.
Also, could you imagine actually if the end of the New War with the Void stuff would then what was that? We better go find out. Oh look, these people are now talking to us. It would lead in a lot better.
It would lead in so much better.
Yeah.
You could say about different destabilization. How you wouldn't have to have Grandma being the one that's trying. You could actually have the man in the wall trying to do stuff to the heart of Deimos, right?
Yeah, well, actually, that makes so much more sense and probably was the whole point. Yeah, because he's now the next big threat, and so the intro quest to it is him almost trying to take away our power instead of it being like, oh ho ho, I'm Grandma and I'm Trixie, ho ho ho.
I think he the man in the wall would probably try to supercharge the heart to pump more of the void.
Or anything,
into...
it'd be something, it could be exploding, it could be trying to open a rift, and it's like, right, that makes, instead of the quest we got, which is gutted because it's like, oh yeah, all this important stuff we're saving. It's like Grandma going, oh, that's nice, dear. I did this all just to make my family come together. I'm so sneaky. Ho ho ho. I'll do nothing now.
I want to see loads of dead Murex around the Deimos, but there just aren't any at all. Anyway, it'll always be after in my heart. Right, so, and then the last question we asked was, for your final choice, which did you make? And I try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible.
Despite all the other things spoilers, but yeah.
Huh?
Well, we've been saying about other stuff, so it seems weird.
Yeah. But, well, no, I mean, there was someone that hadn't actually played it. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so 18% said that they chose the sun, which I think was Margulis. No, it wasn't. It was Natar. That was it. Then 21% said the moon, which was Margulis, and 61% said the new Lotus. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Wait, you just said what they were?
Yes.
Then what's the spoilerific? Then why didn't you put it on the...
Because this was recorded just after the damn release of the thing. It's been over a month now.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
I mean, it hasn't, but it feels like a month because we've been
on
holiday.
It's been 3 years, man.
Yeah,
Get with the time.
Yeah. I kind of want to do a Star Wars spoiler.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Oh, you fucker! How dare you spoil?
Yeah.
Apart from me spoiling JoJo for Nazareth, but anyway, where are we with? Yeah, so we've done the graphs. Now we move on to, is it the supporter questions? Supporter questions.
Yep. Okay. Oh, why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? You beautiful people. Right, before I read out Cerugal's question, I just want to acknowledge our lovely audience to smash that like button and leave oh god, the thing's in the way, a comment down below. I promise we read each and every comment. This font is labelled swirly. I hate it. I hate it. So, that's a terrible font. For anyone who doesn't know, please like and subscribe. Thank you for putting that. And yeah, so Zero gives me a weird font to read each time. And that one is just, because the words are all over the place. Want is like, want. It's terrible. Anyway, fluffy or regular? Picture included. Fluffy corgi versus regular coat.
Both.
Yeah, I like the regular more.
I want both of them. Give me both of them. I want both corgis. Stop making me just.
Well, if you move to somewhere where you could actually have animals, you could actually have your own corgi.
Yeah. So I'll have two. I'll have a fluffy one and the regular one.
There you go. Right.
Stop trying to force me to choose. It's rude.
Right. Okay. But you see those two fluffy dogs, right?
Uh-huh.
Now I say I'm going to shoot both of them unless you shoot one of them.
I shoot you.
Sorry, you've only got you only have anti-dog bullets, and I'm not a dog.
I'll beat you with the gun.
I've actually frozen your feet to the floor, as you can see. It's a snowy area.
I'll throw it really good so it hits you in the nose and like.
Yeah, but it's an anti-dog gun, so it won't do anything to me. I'll be like, whatever. I can shoot out of the air, so I'm going to shoot both dogs. You got to shoot one.
I'll think really hard that you're a dog, so the bullets work.
What? Anyway,
belief, man. Belief.
Yumikana says, "Do you think people would have an easier time, I assume, to accept Warframe's choice system is not good/neutral/evil if DE had used different colors?"
No.
No, I think they would have. No. I think no. I think if it from the start started saying it as like moon and day.
It did.
No, but if it elaborated on it more when it introduced it, like part of that quest introducing it could have explained the meaning of the different things, like because now they have it's like part of a story or these little things.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I also feel that people would still interpret it their own way anyway.
No, because they say like that the day.
Well, there are people in the world that think it's flat.
Anyway, they say day. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's actually set. They've made this up and they said this is what it means. So day is more about being decisive. Moon is more about being
chaotic.
No, considerate and thinking.
Okay.
So it'll take time to make a decision. Whereas so it's like that. So that they've actually elaborated on what the system is instead of just good and evil, which is basically what it was at the start though. Where like, do you want to let the queen live, or or Teshin kills the queen, or you kill the queen? It's like yeah, okay, right. The worst call 3303 ever. Do you think there is a reason why people think all narrators in Warframe are trustworthy?
Yeah, because
why people think all narrators in Warframe are trustworthy?
Yeah, because people trust what people are told.
Like,
yeah, it's a huge thing where people watch the news and they just believe everything that's said.
Specifically, that godforsaken eternalism lecture.
What?
I assume they're saying, how do you know that eternalism lecture isn't a big load of bollocks?
Well, have you ever been to school? Like, everything you're taught in physics is a fucking lie. Yeah. And chemistry, right? That's not what an electron looks... Sorry, not an electron. An atom looks like. You know, like, I got to GCSE sciences, and then I stopped, and I just learned everything that going further into my education, everything I learned at GCSE was a fucking lie.
It wasn't a lie, but yeah, so the secret of science, the secret of teaching, basically, is that you have to understand, but to understand the bigger lies, you have to teach the smaller lies, and you build upon that knowledge almost like through time and history. So it's like, yeah, this is honestly what a cell looks like. So, in your mind, what does a cell look like?
Biology. Round, has nucleus, and then cell membrane.
And what's the rest of it look like? Is there anything there?
Little bits.
Cool. Yeah, and that's it?
That's it. Little tiny little dots.
Yeah, it looks nothing like
that. Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised.
Yeah.
Little specks, little dots.
Yeah, an egg with speck. It looks like an egg with salt and pepper shaken on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the membrane. Gotta remember the membrane.
Well, that's the edge of the egg, yeah. Gotta remember the membrane.
Yeah. No, because if you drink too much water and the water gets absorbed by the cells, the cell can rupture. You've got to remember the membrane.
I could make an egg rupture. Anyway, the end of the new war brought with it more items of customization that unlock new levels as you complete objectives. What? The end of the new war brought with it more items of customization. Oh, that unlock new levels as you complete objectives. And once you unlock each level, you are not stuck with that level, and you can equip lower level versions if you prefer them. How much is Loz feeling vindicated by how popular these are, and how other kinds you guys would like to see? Yeah, so the evolving armor steps.
I've not done this yet.
No, it's the the armor set.
Yeah.
You have to do things like get focus, unlock relics, or get relics, kill sentience to get the different tiers of it.
So actually, how does it tell you?
It's on the arsenal.
So if you go to the arsenal,
yeah, hang on, I'll show you.
Actually, you show us. Yeah. Do it, Loz. Do it.
I mean, I don't think I've done much on them, but like, it's literally, I swear, what we've been crying for since 2016. I think that was my idea. I tell you when it was originally my idea, when we were talking about hard mode bosses back in like the original Star Trek, and I said about like an upgradable modular armor system would be, So if I go here,
there was also the tactical alerts as well. We were talking about it.
I think you're wearing it, aren't you? So if I go appearance, yeah. I go attachments. No. Yes, that's one of them. The ephemera's one of them, I think. Yeah, look, see? Just under you. It says
what does it say?
0 out of 250,000 focus gained.
Cool.
That's that for the ephemera. And then if I think.
How do you change
Yeah, look, here's another one. Hang on, can I make you display for a sec? Push a button.
Yeah. Two people. Oh, okay.
So I'm on this Protovir shoulder guard. This is this, and it says over here, progress, 0 out of 95 sentience defeated.
Oh.
An evolving armor set that draws upon sentient technology defeats sentient enemies with this armor equipped to unlock 2 additional looks. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's additional.
I assume. Yeah, I don't know. I've not unlocked them. I assume they become additional options, and you can just change between it. Yeah, so it doesn't become. Oh, I like the version 2, but I'm forced to use the version 3. Let's bring you back. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, and it's not. So I've been screaming for that since 2016. 2016, I think, if not earlier. I don't know.
No, I would have thought it would be earlier.
2014, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe
2016 was when we had Eidolon. So
2014 then, wouldn't it? Or maybe 2013. We started doing 10 o'clock.
No, it wouldn't have been 2013. No, we started 10 o'clock in 2013.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It might have been in the first few episodes because it was still on that star chart, and it was like with the bosses. That's when I first came up with the idea of like putting in hard mode bosses that were stupidly hard because people were asking for hard challenges.
So
and then I think you then suggested. No, and then you suggested. Well, it's either early 2014 or late 2013. And then you suggested even giving the bosses random Warframe powers.
Did I?
Wow, that was one of the things you wanted them to become powerful, so they get. Yeah, and which I think is something that things have these days. Like, I don't know, liches.
Liches have that, yeah.
Yeah. You were like, yeah, that'll make it hard in 2014. Yep.
Yeah. Try to do what's got an Oberon lich, as it does what's got hallowed ground, everyone becomes irradiated, and then I end up killing everyone.
Yep.
Best lich ever. Sorry, what?
So, profit as effort. How much is Loz feeling vindicated by how popular these are now, and what other kinds you guys like to see? Yeah, I think they're great, and I want more. I think this is just even. This is. Don't mean to mean. This is the laziest way of doing it. I would like to have seen much harder objectives and much harder things, and also more tiers. Like, it's so easy. You just make an object, and then you just chop down parts of it to make the different versions. With that in mind, you take bits off the base thing. These also have like holographic things that come off of it. So when you've finished, it's like a giant holographic sentient energy thing. So you can do both of those things. So you got energy effects and the physical object. With more like metal spikes would be cool, that kind of stuff. And you just remove them from the object, and then you give an objective to do it, and people will like to do it because it's a simple challenge and it feels like they've made some progress. Really easy to do. Been asking for it since about 2014, 2013ish. So yeah, and what would I like to see? Well, the boss idea we thought was really good. Like literally put in literally they were supposed to be near impossible. Absolutely, and not balanced. These were not supposed to be balanced because it's just for cosmetic. And if people can cheese them, people are allowed to cheese them. But it's like, these things will just be near invulnerable and near one-shotting you. And if you can do them, then you get a medal. And the more medals you get, the more armor upgrade. Why not?
Put stuff on Steel Path. Do Steel Path stuff as well.
Yeah. And time trial stuff. There's loads of things they could do. This is a really simple and easy idea to put in content and make Make even like, oh, releasing an armor set with different things, and it's it's so easy to get so much out of it for such a simple thing.
The one thing I will say is that they need to be very careful because, like, oh, but you're getting two armor sets for the price of one. No, 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 you can't do that because you're asking the players to work to get the second armor set. So I just don't want there to be a situation where case in point, I think it was like the legendary collection of Star Wars Battlefront 2 where you paid like £80 to get additional characters and things, but you couldn't play those characters until you had unlocked them. Well, why have I just spent extra money to get them if I can't play them?
But I think everyone else could play them. I don't know. I thought it was more that you could pay for them or you could unlock them to play.
No, it was you had to buy the extra big expensive bundle and you had to play to unlock them. It was the Reddit post that EA responded to, and it became the most downvoted Reddit post because their reaction was like, "Oh, well, we want you
You're gonna have
to
to find that
feel
for me
like you
because
would
I
do something."
feel that might be a bit off from what you're saying now. But yeah,
Okay, fine.
Oh, I think the sign
But
is as well.
again, like,
Actually, yeah.
but I just basically all I'm saying is with this, they have to be careful because if they add in the extra layers to this like additional armor sets, they have to make sure that they don't charge like extra and things like that. If you're asking your players to work to get the additional add-ons, unless it's like paper thin, like, oh, equip the armor set. Oh, you've got extra
Well,
armor sets.
to be honest, actually, I wanted these to be sort of not bought for stuff, but just stuff you got from play. That was the whole point. Proto, where is it? Can I not?
It's
Oh, there.
the bottom, yeah.
So it does cost platinum.
Yeah. But my point is, don't because it's two armor sets or three armor sets. It's three armor sets. Don't make the cost of that one armor set too much more expensive.
Okay, fine. If you
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. The last thing, another question for Loz specifically because it's come to a lot of his fans' attention that there is a moment in the new war that shines light on something very important to the Loz fandom. How did Loz complete the new war quest when he has not unlocked the ability to use the Railjack torpedo tube? Well,
God!
I will. In fact, I'm going to quickly let you know that the. Oh, where have I got it? Let's see if I can find it. Oh God, do I still have that? I have it somewhere.
You put a tweet out for it.
Did I put a tweet out for it?
I asked you to put a tweet out for it.
I know you did, but did I do it?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna find this. I know I sent it to you. I think.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling up trying to find it now. What?
Oh, was
date? No, it's not that. Oh no, did you send it to the group, the chat? I think you did actually. So 27th, 23rd, 21st, 13th. No, I don't think you sent it to the group chat. Where did you put this?
I know I put it somewhere.
I know you put it somewhere.
I have to find this. I apologize for everyone for our terrible content.
Why don't you check your screen? Why don't you check your screenshots?
Nah, because no, because it's taken from a video. I have the video of it.
I can't. It came out the 15th of December, so you wouldn't have given it to me then.
Did I send it to?
Okay, I don't have it here.
I can take it again. Hang on.
That'd probably be easier. So 13th, 14th.
We're gonna let know. We've got to let you know if they
16th.
What I did.
17th.
Frame.
Oh, I'm gonna go check your Twitter. The power of Twitch deck compels you. Yep. No, you didn't tweet it. I don't have it.
Oh.
Go on.
Oh.
Just for now.
Hang on. What's that doing now?
No.
No.
Footage.
Hang on, let me just hide the background footage. Yeah, so for some reason I tried that method of recording that you said, but it's actually really quite low quality.
What bitrate did you save it at?
I think I didn't adjust the bitrate, is why.
Oh.
I can find it pretty easily. Let's see, where's the bit where you get on the ship? Which is the railjack section. Necromac. It's me saying Necromac. Why did I have to log in again? Oh! Did I log in again to...
Pause it. Pause the recording.
You want me to pause recording? Okay, I've almost found it. Yep. Here we go, and we're back. And see if it comes up on screen. Yes, there we are. There is footage of me doing the new war, and I just couldn't finish the quest. As you can see, it was physically impossible. You know, I was trying to save the solar system, and I got to this step, and so that was it. That was it.
Weren't allowed.
All over for me. No more solar system. Just that's so sad when that happens. You know.
Yep.
You know, you've got the gun. The gun is there in the ship, right? And you need to use the gun to save everyone, and it says sorry.
Yep.
And that was it. So for me, that's why I was really confused by the new war, because for me, everyone died.
Yep. Yeah, Ballast won.
Ballast won, yeah.
Good old Ballast.
You see this?
Crazy, kooky Ballast.
Yep.
However, he did actually get to do it.
I pushed E and it just accepted.
Yeah.
It was fine. Yep. Anyway, so let's put that away. There we go. So that is it for the...
Support questions.
That's the one. Now we move on to the community responses. Just a couple of points from last week. 2 weeks ago, I suppose. So, Thomas Cooperstein, where was Ballast all this time? So you're telling me that... so I was asking, where did Ballast come from for all this stuff? It was weird that sort of like, what was Ballast doing? Where was Ballast all this time? So you're telling me that when the moon comes back from the void in the second dream, and Ballast conveniently shows up shortly after and is chasing Umbra, who was also trapped on the moon in Ballast's lab with his Vitruvian, you're telling me that's all a coincidence and Ballast couldn't have been on the moon this whole time, pining for his lost love?
I mean, it'd be kind of creepy if Ballast was actually, staring at the Lotus from behind a curtain or something for God knows how many years. So it's possible.
Well, no, I think it's kind of ridiculous if that's the excuse. I could see that it was work. He came back after the moon came back. That's why he might be on the moon. But if he was literally on the moon, when we went to the moon in the void, we could do what we wanted and we could push the moon back out of the void. He just decided not to do this for some reason because he was sad. I don't know. That would ruin his character even further because it's but then why when he comes out is he oh, I want to do all this stuff now? He could have done all that stuff before. It just makes him sound like an idiot. He was just sitting on the moon by himself being I am sad on the moon.
Especially considering the first time we see Ballast is the Apostasy prologue.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I mean, he could have fucking done it at any time.
Yeah.
Unless he couldn't leave the void for whatever reason. But
I mean, maybe if he thought that the Sentients had won and they were in the solar system, and thus he thought the void was the only safe place left for him to live. Maybe.
I don't think he was in the
on the moon in the void.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But anyway, it's at least there's some logic there at least, but I think it gets the character even further. But it would make sense at least. So thank you, Thomas Cooperstein, for that. JJ24. The last. So there's a bit of a comment, and then it's 3 people here. They took 3 people who commented on what they felt about the new war. So JJ24 first points out the last 1.5 years of narrative from the Deadlock Protocol, June 2020, the Heart of Deimos, August 2020, Call of the Tempestari, April 2021, and the Sisters of Parvos, July 2021, have almost zero tie-ins to the new war. Orphix Venom, December 2020, seems to only have one relation in that the nullifying field was there, but it's a completely different machine that isn't a Chondrix.
Okay.
It is a bit of a, and that, I think it only puts more credit to what we were saying, that all those quests probably were supposed to come after the new war.
That would make sense, though, because Parvos goes to find the Entrati, though it has nothing to do with them. But I mean, we said that
we felt that, for instance, Call of Tempestari, should have come before Deadlock, and Heart of Deimos definitely should have come after New War. But you could also put in that if you had, let's put it into a proper thing, New War, Deimos doing stuff with the Heart of the Void, which then frees up or allows Parvos.
No. It should be New War, Call of Tempestari.
Oh yeah, sorry, no. So right, so you have the New War. No. It should be New War, Deimos, and then Deimos has implications of things that are happening with the Void, which opens up the reason to build that bloody platform that we're like, what the frick was the point of this platform? Which then leads into Tempestari, which then leads into Deadlock.
Which platform?
The Lucretia platform? Is it Lucretia?
Oh, okay, so you would add that in.
Yeah, well, it would give a background if they're like studying the Void or something. There's the whole Eye of the Void in the space and things like that.
Okay, I'd give you that, but I also feel that you should have it like, New War, Call of Tempestari, Deadlock Protocol, then Deimos.
Why? What advantage narratively do you get for putting Deimos after Deadlock?
Well, because you have the whole reference to the Entrati with,
which was just a throwaway reference. I don't feel that.
Well, they're all fucking throwaway references.
No, but they don't. That doesn't build a narrative.
The throwaway
really.
hand glove with the Sisters of Parvos.
Okay, anyway. But so that was JJ24 pointing those things out. But how do you feel about the stuff to do after the New War? Positive. I love that there's only one node, so everyone packs up to swap to the next planet when the cycles change. The mission for me feels better in multiplayer, which is refreshing for a solo player like me. The spawning and pathing bugs made me tailor some loadouts with gear I rarely use, which is a plus for me. So yeah, that's a positive from it. All right. Slightly a bit negative now from Trex Paddock. My overall rating for the New War Christmas 2019 would be 2 out of 10, if I'm being generous. I want to give it a 0 or even a negative score, to be honest. Bits of it on their own were okay. There were brief glimpses of what we could have been that just threw into stark contrast how bad the finished product was. I wanted to like it, I tried to like it, I made excuses for it for hours and hours. By the time I was done, I was literally feeling physically ill because of how horrible an experience I had. I was on the verge of uninstalling the game, and I forced myself to just walk away instead. There was more, but I decided to stop there.
Did they give any details as to what they didn't like? I don't know.
Well, they said about explaining to their friend and if they could guess what was going to happen, but I can just give me just a second and I'll have it up. Here it is. And swap to nose first. I'll continue the point then, because you're clearly interested in it. Where is it from? Trex Paddock. Ah, there it is.
Well, the
bit at the... I would not know where to begin with the problems. They were legion. They really were. A lot of it came down to skipping over the interesting elements of the story to force feed us boring, meaningless crap that had nothing to do with anything. The bit at the end was just so colossally stupid there are no words. In point of fact, I called someone who does not play the game and I explained them briefly the situation at the end of the mission and asked them, what is the stupidest thing they could do? And they correctly chose the actual ending that DE went with. I don't know what that means. I will grant you, most of it does not seem nearly so bad if you try really hard not to think about it and don't pay attention to the details and ramifications. Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Trex, if you're listening, Xeno wants to know some more. I think specifics you're looking for rather than generalities.
Yeah, like what are we talking about?
I can see you
the fact that, do we not like the fact that we've gone from operator to drifter? Do we not like the time travel stuff? Do we not like? I know people have turned to me and said, like, how do you feel about the whole sun thing, right? Because I have that burning hatred towards Destiny 2 with the whole sun bit, but like I'm not a huge fan of the fight right at the sun. But at the same time, it was handled better than the crap. What's the name of the damn thing? The Destiny 2 fight. I mean, the big thing is like the sun has so much potential energy behind it. So it makes sense to be a power source, but how do you harness that power source? And people can't comprehend how to do that. I mean, the stupid thing about Destiny, not to rag on that for too long, was that they were trying to break a pane of glass with a grain of sand. Do you realize how fucking small Mercury is compared to the southern sun?
We'll not get into that. Anyway, Trek sadly also states, I think might be also jading him for this. Apparently, I still have 0 Ire for missions, 40 to 50 hours of grinding the best bounties for Ire, and still they're on 0. I think maybe they're playing a different version of Warframe.
Something wrong with there's something wrong with that.
Yeah. Moving on then to a positive one from Zrugal. If I were to score the new war, it'd be a 9 out of 10 or maybe a 10 out of 10. We loved it. I loved it. Sorry, my brain's going weird. I loved it. Sure, I wish there were better lasting effects, but We got Mom back. Gah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Loz and I have spoken over the last couple of weeks about the new war. I think one of the thing I actually dislike the most is actually the Carl 175 part. I don't like the fact that Carl was just on his own the entire time. Where are why is this one Grineer able to slaughter the sentients in droves, yet every other Grineer is just paper people?
Yeah.
It's plot armor.
Yes, very, very thick plot armor there.
Yeah.
And lastly, just because I saw it on there, but I thought I'd explain, I don't know if it's a joke or not. Lantheris Hunter asks, I'm on Switch. How do I get Excal Prime? I do not know if that is a joke or not, but I will explain seriously. Excalibur Prime is a PC-only thing that was added in for Founders. It was like the original Prime Access pack and is no longer available and will never be available again. So sadly, there is no Excalibur Prime. I know loads of people want this, but it's just how it is. I'm sorry. It was a sort of a gift for people who funded the game when the game wasn't even going to be it probably, didn't even know if it was going to survive a year. Yeah. I remember a story that Steve said when the packs went out, the Founders packs, and people were having a meeting planning like parts of the game, and he rushed into the meeting just to let everyone know, we've made this much money today. On it was only I think like 10 or 20 people had bought a few packs or something. It wasn't like enough to save the company, but he was just excited that it was actually making money come to the game.
I thought it was like the first person that spent like $75 on the game.
No, I think it was maybe something like that. No, I think it was the packs. There's something like that anyway. But yeah, he was excited about it. So yeah, it's stuff for Founders, and the Founders don't really get mentioned much anymore, really, because the game's successful in itself. It was back in the day when the game was like, is this going to be a game or just a concept, really? Right, that's it for the comments. Let's move on now to the memes.
Yay, memes! Oh, I need to get these up.
I do as well. There they are. Yay! Right. So, you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had this first one before, but just gonna say it. All these memes come from r/memeframe. If you go on Reddit, go for memeframe, you'll find it. They're brilliant. I don't know if I've had this before, but I thought it's brilliant. I can never unsee this now.
Yeah.
And it's so true.
Yep.
Pickle Rick. There we go. Meme number 2, which is he ain't recovering from that one. Whoops, that was definitely not the tranq rifle. Some idiot with a Rubico Prime.
That's good. good.
Meme number 3. New player, first impression of Corpus.
That's not captured properly.
Okay, and so what was it? New player, first impression of Corpus. Corpus engineering. There we got really cool robots, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Corpus security.
Fun times.
Yep. So, next, I thought we'd have a bit of culture in our memes. I'm not sure if you'll get this. Here we go. He do be featherless and biped, though.
I don't get it.
You uncultured swine. You not get it? You've never heard of featherless biped?
No.
Okay. According to Diogenes, when Plato gave the tongue-in-cheek definition of a man as featherless bipeds, Diogenes plucked a chicken. Diogenes, by the way, is like the philosopher who lives out on the street in a barrel. He is like the ultimate, I don't know, idiot man or whatever. Anyway, so Diogenes, this weird man on the street, smelly man, plucked a chicken and brought it into Plato's academy, saying, "Behold, I've brought you a man."
Okay.
Because a featherless biped. So
yeah, no, I got it.
So
yeah.
There you go.
Right, okay, I'm with you now.
Bit of culture. And then we have meme number 5.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this?
Besides, the new war isn't going away. It is a permanent quest. Sigh. We will need a railjack to fight the sentient threat. Rising Tide 2019. Old War flashback. Railjacks fighting the sentients. Error Quest 2019. Little Duck. Use the railjacks to board the sentient Murex to destroy them. Scarlet Spear 2020. Father. The sentients are disabling your warframes. Use Necromex to fight 2020. Some players. The new war requires a Necromech and a Railjack, but I don't have them. Only now that he tells us the requirements, they're incompetent.
My god.
Me. Not only they warned us a year in advance, but they also greatly reduced the farm and cost of these things.
Oh my god.
And finally, on the same theme of Railjacks, we have meme number 6. It was really rough at the start, but decent right now. Railjack 1.0 2019. Tenno. Stop blowing holes in my ship!
Wait, what is that?
That's Captain Jack.
Yes, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to start chop. I think I'll have to chop the titles because these memes are so small. Railjack, stop blowing holes in my ship. Railjack Revisited 2020. This is where the fun begins. And then Railjack Retrofit 2021. Corpus Capital Ship Railjack. It's like, yeah.
Yep. The Millennium Falcon escaping the explosion of the Death Star.
Yes, there you go. Right, so that is it for the memes of this week. I will top that off. And it was a bit weird because I had to kind of search for 2 weeks worth of memes. And I was trying to find stuff, but oh well. Anyway, we'll move now on to the community shoutouts.
Cool. Right. So the first community shoutout is New War Spoiler by Primed Average.
Oh, lucky. This was on the memes and I didn't take it. So.
Yeah.
All right, New War spoilers incoming. You've been warned. Barges into reality. Orus Dris Zata Vom Kira Lok. Refuse to elaborate further. Leaves.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. The next one we have is Nebula by Niram.
Oh.
Yeah. You can see I don't know if you spotted Teshin, the shadow of Teshin in the top left.
Shadow? That's what he looks like now. Red hologram.
Okay. Red hologram of Teshin in the top left. But yeah, still really cool.
He was always a red hologram.
Anyway, the third one is the Emblem Diesel helmet by Wear Electro. Ember?
I thought you said emblem.
I may have said emblem. Okay. I meant Ember.
Okay. I was like, what frame is this for? Emblem? What is that?
Error Diesel helmet.
Error?
Wear Electro.
Oh, God. You said error.
Ember.
Okay, there we go.
Diesel helmet by Wear Electro 0043. Yes, very, very nice. I don't know if this is actually in game. If it is, I need to get this because it looks really amazing in this picture.
No, sorry, I was about to check, but whatever.
All right. The fourth community shout out is Operator by Nello.
Nice.
Yep. The fifth community shout out is Excalibur Tenno by Frelling Hazmart. So this is a new Excalibur by Frelling.
Oh, he always does such good work.
Yep.
Ah, it's like a Corpus Oricany mix, isn't it?
It's supposed to be themed around the corrupted towers sort of thing. I totally get that.
Yeah, I see that now. It did remind me also of the Pretty Grineer.
Yeah.
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 Amazing work he does.
Number 6 is Harrow Prime by Cut. That's wrong. Why is that wrong? Why is that Prime by Carl Tabora?
There we go.
Yeah.
Harrow Prime. Very good.
Harrow Prime.
Very good. Man, I'm going to try
I love
and
that new
recorrect
helmet.
that.
That new helmet is amazing.
Yeah, I like that helmet more than the weird gas mask thing. Let's go for that helmet. Yeah, oh, it does fit well. That is good. That is very good. That is great.
Yeah.
What we want.
Right. So that is it for the community shout-outs. And pretty much that's it for this week's episode.
Outro. There's a button.
Yep, there's the button. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And we shall see you for next time.
Well, no, yeah, it's a great start for 2022. Yeah, which is going to be awesome. Do you have any resolutions apart from making machinimas?
Yeah. Eating lots of salads.
Eating lots of salads.
Yeah. Salads.
Okay, so a new
one.
What
about you?
No, not really. I'm not kind of a new. No, I'm not. I'm just not a New Year's resolution kind of person. Yeah.
Just eat lots of salads.
But I also eat lots of salads. But I shall also eat lots of salads. Well, on that note,
lots of salads.
Lots of salads. Everyone eat lots of salads. And on that, we shall see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye.